Right, we're going to do something slightly different tonight. We're not going to do anything different. We're going to do a pick a brick box thing, but I'm going to put it in this plastic container. That's what's different, and I'm going to use this and fill it up with pick a brick supplies. And just that's what this box is just for. So great introduction, I know. So let's just get into it. So I've actually got, like, I'm way behind on these things. I've literally got I can't reach them from here, but 2 other ones of these because I've been buying these and not doing videos on them. So let's just get this. I'm pretty sure this is the one that I got the longest ago, which is quite a while. Maybe it's not actually. No, I think it is actually. So I'm like, oh, there's got these cool things in there. So let's just do this. Maybe we can just do all 3. I don't know. The camera is all charged up. All right. So first up, we get these pieces. I'm pretty sure I've got these again in the later ones. They're all stuck together, as you would expect. To try and pack them into the box. I don't know what use these are ever going to be for anything because I don't really have any imaginable use for them, but I didn't get many of them, so that's fine. But these window pieces, I don't think they have these anymore. The good thing about this is that I went last week to the shop and I know what they've got at the moment, and so I can tell if I've got anything cool over the the meanwhiles. The cool thing is also I found that there's a Facebook group that tells that people go along and then they post photos of what's at the pick a brick wall. So you don't have to go all the way in. But then they posted these one things. I shouldn't actually say it for this video, but they had these little cool translucent green ones, green 1x2x3 style bricks. Do I have an example of one? Come on, seriously, I must. Is that orange one? No. So this size piece, anyhow. That size piece, but not a brick one, but it was translucent green, and a kind of a weird translucent green, like it looked a bit slimy, and I thought, oh, I'll go get those. And then I went in like the next day, and somebody was like that. I was just, you know, this late because the last of them were being collected by 2 people who were there, and one guy had like an entire box full of these little green 1x2s. I'm like, oh, that would have been useful for something. But I am going to build something out of these, so this is the plan. So this is why I'm putting them in this container. So I'm going to specifically make a cool creation thing out of mostly solely, pretty much solely, the pick a brick pieces. So let's just get into it. We've gone through these things, and look, I've got a window. I should show you some windows. I've got quite a few of the windows. Like, I felt like these are going to be useful. They've got brown standard sort of window size ones at the moment, which I just haven't really got around to getting. I don't know why these airplane windows aren't as useful, but you never know. They could be like for a boat made of, that's right, bones, a lot of bones. So I got the long bones before, and now I've got all these little short bones and some more flags. So flags are cool. And these things are very popular, I just realized now, because I'm pretty sure they've got this color stool in the shop, and they've got green ones, which I may have got a few of for recently times. So those that we've seen those ones. This one I almost got some more of these last week, or a few days ago when I went back again. And I'm glad I didn't, because I've obviously got some here. But they're the one things I took out because there just wasn't enough room. So I'm like, okay, well, I just feel like these are kind of a cool shape, and you can make something cool out of them. Like if they're take them. I'm going to take them apart with my fingernails off camera so that I don't annoy people by doing that. Well, you can't really fit them together, can you? To make, like, I thought you could make them sort of cool tiling. Like if they went down like that, then it would look kind of neat. Or they could use them as sort of like, if you link them together like this and then around something, it could be some sort of tree thing. The thing that's really going to bug me is that I got these ones. Like I got all these little green tree things, which is pretty useful, right? But then they went and had, I think the larger version of these, but they had them in like some obscure color, like an orangey or a purple. I can't remember now what they were, but I completely missed all those. That would have made some pretty cool sort of autumny looking thing. But then again, if I've got a whole bunch of these sort of olive green ones, they're not going to go with yellow or purple. So if you had, you can't just have one tree of one color. They have to be kind of mixed up. But Oh well, I got a lot of these, so that's fine. And some orange ones of those. Those are always useful. I hardly ever get the basic bricks because they just take up so much space, and you're like, well, what do you need them for? But brown chairs, you have to have those. You can't not have brown chairs. So more flags, lots, not that many flags. Some more windows, more windows, more windows. A couple of these things. You never know when they will come in handy for some decorations. And you're going to see what's going to be coming up soon. Well, they've got these things too. They've still got a few of these left. I don't know why these aren't more popular. I mean, look at them. They're amazing. Sorry, I'm just making a strange sound there because I'm pulling it apart. And it's so hard to do. These green round circles, which have a little thing in the middle. So technically you could like make them spin somehow. But these go with the flags. So we've got some, they're not really flagpoles unless they're, I mean, why would you have a brown flagpole? Well, it could be it's a wooden flagpole, but they came together. So it's nice when they have things that fit together. But also you could kind of imagine that these could go to like on here, but you really need some way to angle these. Oh, which just reminds me, I didn't get all the pieces that you could use precisely for that recently. I'll have to go back and get them next time because they're not going that fast. But like little bits that you can clip together and then put it in an angle. That might be useful. But as you can see, what's coming up is not only are there many bones, like lots of bones, but there's also lots of eyes. So they've definitely had a good supply of eyes recently. So I've gone a bit crazy on the eyes. They haven't gone as fast as I thought they had. They had actually disappeared the last time I went, but then I've seen that they've restocked them. So they've got some eyes. They must have a lot of eyes. So this is good because I think I complained about in the previous video about getting the sleepy eyes. They had like all these little sleepy eyes, and you're like, well, how useful is that? Look at that one. Where did that one come from? I got one of those. Well, there's a couple of them hidden away in there. Those sorts of eyes. So that's neat. And a lot more little green leaf things. More green leaf things. Some of these, I'm glad that I never thought about getting. They had some of these left the last time I went, and I didn't get them. And I'm like, well, I've already got them. This is what you do when you don't make videos about what you've picked up. You can't really remember what it was. I got some more of these last time because I thought they were good for trees. These aren't there anymore, so that's good. And more browns. I think that's pretty much the gist of what's in this one. Oh no, they've got these weird head things. That's right, these faceless head pieces. So they could go quite nicely with this. So you can imagine you can make something out of that, other than like a very weird looking telephone, old school telephone. But fitting, you know, it's just getting one of these. Already you've got quite a nice little garden arrangement. I only got a couple of these, so I obviously didn't get too many of those, which is a bit of a shame. But that looks quite nice already. I don't know really what else you could do there, but I mean that's something you could do with it. Like I feel like there is some use for using these head pieces when they're not actually heads. So it has been done, like pumpkins before they got the actual pumpkin pieces. And then I didn't actually think using the heads as pumpkins was that bad. I didn't know why you had to upgrade to a real pumpkin piece. But more of those, more of those, more of those. And I think that's most of the oh, I've got a couple of these. Oh my gosh, I got some more of these recently. So actually we got some of these green angled triangle pieces that are long. So that could come in handy. What could we add? We could kind of add them onto the side. Is that going to make it look good, or is it going to make it look bad? I did notice there was an eye. There was a sleepy eye in there somewhere. Where'd you go, sleepy eye? There's a sleepy eye. So I've got a lot of those from the previous time. But now I've got lots more. And well, I feel like, well, you could do something with these, couldn't you? Well, hold on. If we just take that and we take one of those, I don't think you can actually fit, you can't fit them in like that, but you could, what if you did them like, well, you could do that, and that's sort of interesting. Like if you can imagine that sort of like having a big building and having these on the outside, that looks kind of interesting. Oh, we got a couple of these things too, which I wonder how they look when you hang them down the side. Like put one there. They are matching colours. I can't get them to clip on. I got a few of those. I got about 8 of those, I think. So we've got that, and then we've got that. But then we can't put this thing on, can we? Because it won't fit anymore. And it'll look a bit odd putting it all the way. Oh no, we could. That will work. I don't know. It's worth thinking about. And all the little purple triangle. Look at these little purple things. Purple and green do go together well. Well, maybe they don't actually. Having a look at it with my eyes, I'm like, maybe not. So if we put the purple thing there, it's not really going to... Actually, that goes together. I don't know what the theme would be though. Like the purple and the sort of light tan coloured piece. So that was that one done. I think we've got all the pieces that I got from that. So that was a pretty good haul. Like I definitely I feel like there has to be something you can make with bones, like lots and lots of bones. I don't know that I've got enough pieces. They do have a tendency to have a lot of pieces that should clip onto things with the little Lego hand piece shaped. Like imagine her hand on a piece that clips onto things. Like they have lots of things that could fit into that. So lots of things you can put into people's hands, but not so many things to clip them onto at the Pick-a-Brick, which is a bit awkward. So like as it is, a bone by itself is not going to be very useful. So we've got to get something to connect these things to. Unless we're going to just have a pile of bones around Andrea's what have you been up to today? Right, well anyway, we'll just do that. Well, let's just do another one. Alright, back again. So here's another one. This is the second. What have I put on the top here? I've spilled something on the top. This is the second one that I haven't done yet. So we're going to do them now. Because we've still got 16 minutes left. So I haven't taken that long. So I don't think we're going to get through all 3 of them. But we might get through... She can take the bones with her. The cat's like, what? Where are these bones from? Is there something you're not telling me? Alright. So, with this one, we got some more olive green cool things. So this was the thing. They had these pieces, and then they had the leaf pieces. And I'm like, wow, those are really 2 useful things. But when I went there, they didn't have the other useful one of this. They're called like orange or lavender one of these. But they did have lots of these, so I did get a whole bunch of these. So these are kind of useful. And, you know, some things could fit through there and be clipping on, but not bones, unfortunately. You can't get bones in there. Which is a shame. But still, with a sufficient number of these, I guess what I needed is... What I needed is some little green 1x1 one stud square piece or something, or a round piece, to put these on, to sort of, because you're going to put them together like this, right, and create like some weird little swampy thing. I did pick up from the Opportunity Shop, the thrift store, a pretty good condition. Like you wouldn't think it was, you wouldn't complain that it's a bit dodgy, but it's like a blue base plate, standard base plate, 32 by 32 base plate. So you could have like these as a swampy scene. Like I can just tell I'm going to end up making a swampy themed thing. But little islands with these and these around could kind of make for something like the simplest creation that you could do. But I just thought like they're all the same height, so they don't, you know, you need a few little extra one stud pieces underneath it to sort of make them go up and down. I don't know how it would look if you fill the whole thing up with these. To be honest, I think it's going to be really tricky to get them all in there without them, because they do touch each other. And push them around. That one fell off the side. So, well, that could work. It could look pretty cool. Like, it needs a few things on the inside. Obviously, eyeballs. Yeah, it's your little eyeball swamp. You need something so that the eyeballs can attach to there. Like, would that look scary? I don't know if that would actually look pretty scary. It would. What would I actually use to attach? I don't know actually. I have to think that over. So I got some of these green pieces. So I've got quite a few green things with the idea of making some cool looking tree thing. But of course I'm going to need a few more bits than just those. And I remember picking up these because I thought, well, these come in useful when you make like robotic stuff, because it's always nice to have some smooth pieces for things to move over. If you have like turning like turrets or something on the top, these always, like, this is when when I've done robotics classes and stuff. It's always like, oh, I don't have any of these pieces. I mean, I don't have any pieces at the class. I do have them where I am. So, but it's always good to have a few more. And this color, maybe not so good. The teal sort of colored. Yeah. Obviously, I like the heads. Well, you can't just say no to heads when you see them. So I got some more of those. Some more green things. The light green things, they don't look really good, that good on a tree. But maybe, like if you're making the swamp thing, that would add some sort of texture by having it so that they can sort of leach into the water, and they're not just little round islands, so they could add some sort of texture to that. Stop saying the word texture, that's right. I'm going to say stop saying the word texture. So, if you say the word texture too many times, it's really going to sound ridiculous. So, we've got these red things. Again, they need to clip onto something, but I don't have clipping on bits. But I do have these bits here. So, the underside roof bits, which could be nice for a building, but I don't think I'm going to be able to build a building by itself unless I actually bite the bullet and buy basic building pieces from the Pick-a-Brick, which I'm always reluctant to do, except if they're purple, of course. So yeah, I made the slime green things would have been great, but in this size, but they all went because somebody just bought the whole lot. I'm like, really? Maybe they've restocked them. I don't know. Actually, I do know because I saw the Facebook page post for today, and there weren't any today. So, but then again, I'm like, the people who film these things and post them on Facebook, I don't think they're as tall as I am, and they can't reach the next layer up. So there's always sneaky things. And I did the nice thing last time I went. I moved some of the things that were in there, the layer that's harder to reach for people who are a bit shorter, to the front of the container, so that they could at least see what they were missing out on, as opposed to not being able to see what was actually in there. I don't know if that makes me a good person or a bad person, but who knows. So we've seen all those pieces, some more purple things, and lots of eyes. So this is very similar to the previous one. Again, because I can't remember what I got the last time, but also, it doesn't matter how many times you go, you're always going to pick up a handful of eyes, right? So, but lots and lots of the little green things, because I just thought they are going to come in handy. Like, I remember when I first got one of these, it was like, wow, I'll never have many of these things. These are hard to get. But look at me now, how I have grown in the world. So, what have we got? We've got these, so more circular things. These might not go so well with the swamp bit, but they are quite interesting. They can come in handy. Obviously, an overrun from a friend's set or something. However, these Pick-a-Brick pieces end up, like, what set were these green things in, and why would they make so many of them? Like, I hadn't actually seen one of these. I'm pretty sure I've never seen one in this olivey green color before. Like, there would be other greens or gold, but oh my gosh, I just went crazy on those. Well, that makes sense. It's my one in a lifetime opportunity of getting those. So, but I might have gone a bit crazy. And I got like some purple roof pieces, some light purple, not quite the lavender one. They could go, like, somehow they could go in here. That's not really helping. But if I put it like that, actually it would look quite nice with the purple on the top. I don't know. That can go there. Some orange ones though, so I got two different colours. So you can mix those together. They do go together quite nicely. And I think, some standard one by one red ones. That could have a use. And that's pretty much it. Lots of the purpley ones. Huh. That's quite nice. Not enough of the orange ones, since they go together so well. Like, they go together quite nicely on this. Look at this. This is like you can't make it. I'm not going to make anything that actually means anything on this, but they do seem to go together. Probably they don't go together, and that's just my poor taste in colour. And that if anybody saw me putting these together and saying, well, don't they look nice, they'd be like, no. So I'm sorry if you're throwing up a little in your mouth when you watch this. But that's interesting. So we've done that. Let's just do the last one. Let's just do it to get it over and done with. We've only got 8 minutes left. So this is quite fun. So a lot of olive green. So olive green, these things. I wish I got more of these now, given how many of these things I've got. But there's got to be some. It's going to be a very dreary swamp scene. It's not going to be a happy tree scene. All right. So here's the last one. And this is a bit different from the last one. So, but some of the pieces we have seen before have made a return. So I went a bit more crazy on these ones. So beforehand I had a couple of these, as you may remember, from just a few minutes ago when I got this one. But I've obviously got a few more. Sorry. And some more brown pieces. So I got the brown pieces because I thought they'd be good for making trees. So I coughed and then I yawned, which is not a good sign, but it's time to go to sleep soon. But I got some of these, so I mentioned beforehand that I got some orange ones, but they do have green ones now, as you can see. So I got some of the green ones. So I got quite a few of those, which is probably a wise thing. And I got these just on a whim. I can't really see the blue things, but these little grill pieces might come in useful. And I got the very last. These are like an up high that you can't, you have to be reasonably tall to reach container. Like, these are the last little bits of flame left in there. So I thought, well, I've got enough of these, but I'll get a few more just because. But I've got something useful to put them into, so that's nice. So as you'll see, some more of those, some of these little. Why did I feel like I should have got a lot more of these previously. Like, haven't I got these before? There weren't many of these left, but I thought, like, these are good for making like paths and things, right? If you have like different colours, but I've only got grey, that light grey. Lots of those, lots of those. Some more brown things. This brown thing. These brown things. Some more of those, and some of these. Like, I obviously decided to get some more of those, which is nice. And more of those. But what you're going to see, I got some of these. Look at that. That's useful. And some. Oh, I did get some standard pieces. So I got some standard grey ones. So, but they're 1x3s, and one of those, why, I don't know. And these browny ones with the hole in the middle. But also, speaking of that colour, it's that sort of sandy brown, or I don't know what the exact name of that brown is. But remember these pieces that I'm often talking about, what the point of them is? Well, looks like I got a whole lot, as you'll see in a second. So there's some green ones of those. Oh, some blue. That's going to go well. Oh, I lost it. Where did I put it? Where did I put my work of art? Well, there's the same colour as the base, so it's not so useful. But definitely, if I put all these together, if I keep just working on getting these pieces, I'm going to be able to make the most amazing roof that anyone has ever seen, which is worth it in itself. So, got those. I did get a few of those, so I didn't throw them all away. And like one of those, because they have these little, they have now like some of the little boxes just have a whole bunch of random pieces in it. So I thought, well, that's a useful piece, but it's not like there was a section that was entirely full of those. Some more grey, some more brown for my trees, some more tree pieces, some more of those. Lots of these things. I don't know if they're that useful, but as you can see. I got quite a few of these little, so you could make a nice little link thing out of them. Like, I thought, the first thing I thought of when I saw these was a bicycle chain. You can make a bicycle chain. But I guess, like, it's hard to see if these will actually fit on something. How you would get it. You'd have to have like little single studs in certain places in order to attach it to one of these things, because it's not going to fit by itself. but it could come in handy for something. And look at a whole bunch of those coloured ones, which won't show up on the camera, but they're like that sort of weird pinky colour. And more of those, more of those. I've only got 3 minutes left. More of those. Some orange ones. Good work. I thought that through. And I wonder if the orange ones and the bluey, the sort of turquoisey thing, go together better than the... They probably do, maybe. If you had like a green base. No, they don't really, do they? Okay. And then more of those, and more of those, and some red. That's quite neat. Some more of those. Some more of those little green ones. Some more of those ones. More of those ones. And more orange. And some more of these. So these are from ages ago when I first started in the first pack. I had a couple of those. And I got a few more. Again, for making trees. And look at that. It's some standard flat 2x4 by 1 green pieces. Like pretty bog standard, but you never know. And I got 2 lots of those. So yeah, I think that is it. So that's what we've got so far, and we'll build this up over time. And maybe I'll actually be able to make some weird creation that's not a dreary, dismal swamp thing with the occasional red flag. It sounds really weird. It's like danger. I mean, all swamps are dangerous, aren't they? I don't know. I don't live in a swamp. But I know some birds who live in swamps. Well, at least they're called swamp hens sometimes, and so they kind of live in. They don't live in a swamp. They live in a creek, a riverbed. But they could live in a swamp. They have the right kind of legs for it. But anyway, that's enough of that. So thanks for watching. So even on the camera, it is on the camera now. Have a good look around. I'm surprised I don't have like ASM. What are they called? I hate those videos. I literally hate listening to people like whisper and do stuff. It just annoys me no end. But I'm surprised there's no channel when someone just sits there with a box of Lego. Maybe there is. I haven't searched it up. And just runs their hand through all the Lego that they have. Like people would watch that. But anyway, thanks. I've got a cool Lego set that I picked up recently from way back in 2011, which I'll probably do next video. And I've still got a couple of other sets that I have picked up ages ago and haven't got around to doing. So hopefully I'll make some more videos. And I was going to do, oh that's right, a little weird robot thing to make. That's not Lego. And I'm going to finish that radio control car like very soon. As soon as I get round to picking up all the little black connector pieces that I need. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe if you so wish. I don't think anyone actually does that. But anyway, bye.